Take a moment to introduce you to the new Volvo XC40. It's the latest and greatest from Volvo, your Swedish car company. One of the things I wanted to show you, or the thing that's making the most buzz, is how do you shift it into gear? So whether you're going from park, neutral, or drive, how do you do that? So this is the exterior, and without hesitation, we're just going to zoom around and show you the interior briefly before going into the gear shifter. All right, let's jump in. This is a newborn. As you can tell, it's still got the cardboard in the floorboard of the driver's side. That is going to be the object we'll be focusing on today, which is simply shifting the vehicle into gear. I'm going to place you on the other side, and I'm going to jump on the driver's side. We'll get to it. So nestled into the driver's seat of the Volvo XC40, there again, the top problem that you will hear for a lot of people is the gear shift. Absolutely love it. It's the same gear shift that's actually on more expensive automobiles, but I guess because there's a number of the general public that is not exactly used to it, they're used to a little bit of a different shifter, maybe a more or slightly more affordable vehicle, that they really don't get the concept of what Volvo is doing with this. So come in a little bit closer. I'm going to show you exactly how to maneuver this. Now, my foot's not on the brake, so we're not going to move one way or the other, but all it is, you can see park is here. So if you press park, or P, that's going to put you in park, you're in place. To go into reverse, you're going forward. First time you move it, that's neutral. Second time you move it, that's reverse. First time neutral, second time drive. So all it is a bump back or a bump forward. Now, I'm going to put my foot on the brake, and from here, going to keep your focus on the gear shift. First time I do it, neutral. I can let my foot off the brake. We're not moving anywhere. Flat surface, we're going to stay in place. If I put my foot on the brake, shift into reverse, now we're going to move backwards. If I want to shift into drive from reverse, it's one neutral, then drive on the double tap. Now, a lot of people don't like that because, but why, I don't know. It's as simple as it can get. Of course, you don't have a button you press and then you pull back 3 or 4 times in order to go to drive when moving from neutral. It's just a bump. Either way, you're pulling this back. Here, you're just bumping it back until it goes into a neutral position. So, if you could zoom up top here. So I'm going to move you from here. We're going to zoom up top. You can actually see where your gears are here. So if I take it, I'm just going to take it, foot on the brake, bump once, that's neutral, bump again, that's reverse. Now, from reverse, double tap, once, neutral, then drive. Gonna place it in the park. So to show you in action and show you both so you don't think I'm misleading you, we're gonna take your gear shift and shift one neutral. Now remember, it's shifting here. Although I'm bumping here, you're gonna show which gear it's in here. Once again, the reverse. Now we're gonna roll back just a bit so you can see that we are moving. So if we stop there, now I'm going to shift it into drive. Once neutral, again, back to drive. To put it in park, just placing the P, which then shows up that I'm in park. So it's a bumping action. I'm going to remove my foot from the brake so we don't go forward or backwards. In order to put it in gear, you have to have your foot on the brake. So if my foot's not on the brake, I can just simply bump this, and that's the only action there is. Now, it may be far more simple to from Volvo's as far as the concept of it, but most people are used to pushing a trigger and then pulling back into gear or moving forward into gear. But if you're reverse, you're just going to bump forward. If you drive, you're going to pull back twice. It's as simple as that, folks. And an extra tidbit, which I'll actually go over a little bit later, but I'll give you a little bit of a teaser now. So I'm going to put my foot on the brake, going to come back to drive, bump down a third time. That's manual transmission. So now I can shift this manually by bumping back, or I'm sorry, put it back into manual, my fault. We're going to go side to side, which is maneuvering or moving the vehicle from gear to gear manually. But for right now, definitely linger on that for a second. This is one of the things I love. It's more of a luxury item, luxury movement of the gear shifter, but absolutely love it. I think you will as well.